Ever wondered about shooting a gun into the cosmos? Well, the idea might not be as far-fetched as you think. Let's take a trip back in time to the 1960s, a pivotal era for space exploration, and a time when a certain aerospace engineer by the name of Gerald Bull was making waves. Bull wasn't your typical scientist. He had a vision, a dream that seemed to border on the realm of science fiction. His brainchild was Project HARP, an acronym for High Altitude Research Project. Project HARP was no ordinary gun. It was a supergun, designed with a barrel so long it could have dwarfed the Statue of Liberty. This wasn't for show, though. The barrel was instrumental to the gun's function. It was created to accelerate projectiles to mind-boggling speeds, reaching up to 1.6 kilometers per second. That's faster than the speed of sound. Imagine this, a gun powerful enough to propel a projectile into suborbital space. Now, that's something you don't see every day. Bull's gun was a marvel of engineering, a testament to the audacity of human imagination. But as with many great innovations, Project HARP faced its fair share of hurdles. Despite its potential, the project couldn't escape the clutches of reality. The ambitious endeavor was scrapped before it could reach its full potential. But don't be disheartened. This isn't a tale of failure. Quite the contrary. You see, Gerald Bull's project was a pioneering venture, a groundbreaking experiment that nudged the boundaries of what was possible. Project HARP might have been shelved, but it left behind a legacy, a spark of possibility that continues to inspire scientists and engineers around the globe. Though the project was eventually scrapped, it opened up a world of possibilities, demonstrating the feasibility of high-powered space guns. So, the next time you gaze up at the night sky, just remember, the realm of space might not be as far removed from us as it seems, and who knows, maybe one day we'll be able to reach out and touch it with a bullet. Fast forward to today. An amateur scientist in Maine has taken up the mantle, believing that he can fire bullets over 100 miles high. In a world where space exploration is becoming increasingly democratized, it's no surprise that homemade experiments are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. In the quiet corners of the Pine Tree State, this intrepid experimenter is hard at work on a miniature railgun. Now, you might be wondering, what's a railgun? It's a device that uses electromagnetic force to launch high-velocity projectiles. In essence, it's a high-tech slingshot that could have some serious implications for space travel. This homemade railgun is a marvel of backyard engineering. At its heart is an electromagnetic rail system. This system uses a pair of parallel conducting rails and a sliding armature. When a current is passed through the rails, it creates an electromagnetic field that accelerates the armature and therefore the projectile at incredible speeds. The railgun's design is deceptive in its simplicity. However, don't let that fool you. This DIY contraption has reportedly achieved muzzle velocities faster than escape velocity, the speed needed to break free of Earth's gravity. To put it into perspective, that's about 25,000 miles per hour. Now, just imagine that. A homemade gun with enough power to hurl a bullet at speeds faster than the Earth's gravitational pull. That's the kind of audacious thinking that takes us beyond the stratosphere and into the cosmos. Of course, we have to temper our excitement with a dose of reality. The gun hasn't been tested at full power yet. But the possibility alone is enough to make astrophysicists and space enthusiasts sit up and take notice. Some experts believe that if the muzzle velocity claims are accurate, this DIY space gun could breach the Kármán line, the boundary of Earth's atmosphere about 62 miles above the surface. While the gun hasn't been tested at full power yet, some experts believe it could breach the Kármán line, making this DIY space gun a potential game changer. The audacity of this amateur scientist's vision reminds us that sometimes the most groundbreaking discoveries begin in the most unexpected places. Meanwhile, in Japan, the most ambitious space gun project yet, the Super High Altitude Research Project, or SHARP, was proposed. This audacious plan, conceived in the 1980s, aimed to take the concept of space guns to a whole new level. Imagine a gun so huge that its barrel, stretching 3,000 feet in length, is embedded deep into the side of a mountain. That's the vision of SHARP. This supergun wouldn't just be massive in size, but also in capability. It was designed to shoot a scramjet vehicle, a type of hypersonic aircraft, at breathtaking speeds. The concept is simple, yet mind-boggling. The scramjet vehicle, loaded into the colossal barrel, would be propelled at speeds of up to 7 kilometers per second on a suborbital trajectory. This is almost 23 times the speed of sound. For comparison, it's faster than the speed of the fastest bullet ever recorded. Alternatively, The vehicle could be launched at 4 kilometers per second on an orbital trajectory. This is akin to traveling from Tokyo to New York in less than an hour. The benefits of Sharp are substantial. If successful, it could drastically reduce the cost of sending payloads into space. Traditional rocket launches are expensive, partly because of the amount of fuel required to overcome Earth's gravity. Sharp, on the other hand, would use the immense power of its supergun to do the heavy lifting. However, it's essential to understand that Sharp remains a concept. It's a grand vision that's yet to be realized. There are significant technical challenges to overcome, not to mention the astronomical costs of building such a megastructure. Yet, the idea has never been completely dismissed. Many engineers believe that, in theory, a structure like Sharp could indeed achieve spaceflight. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of reaching the stars. While still in the realm of theory, many engineers believe such a megastructure could physically achieve spaceflight. This might be the future of space travel, a future where guns don't just reach for the sky, but for the stars. Shooting objects into space with ground-based guns was once pure science fiction. But today, we're seeing incredible strides in this audacious field. Amateur scientists tinkering in their garages, along with ambitious proposals like Japan's Super High Altitude Research Project, are moving the concept of space guns from the pages of sci-fi novels into the realm of possibility. Imagine the implications. The potential to send payloads into orbit using electromagnetic railguns or scramjet boosters could completely revolutionize the economics of spaceflight. Instead of relying on costly rocket launches, we could be looking at a future where a simple pull of a trigger sends our satellites, supplies, or even postcards to the stars. Of course, these space guns are still in the experimental stages. The road from here to a fully operational space gun is lined with technical challenges, regulatory hurdles, and no small amount of skepticism. But though still experimental, these space guns are blazing new trails toward the final frontier. And who knows, your next package delivery might just come from a space gun.